Hi, welcome to Dissolve Chemistry. Let us have the discussion on the NEET question paper that what you have written today. I hope all of you have done very well. So with that hope, we will start the discussion. Please go through the solutions and check your answers. Let us start with the first question, that is 51st question. Okay. So just I will read out the questions and the options, and then I will discuss wherever it is necessary, and right answers I am going to tell you, right? So let us start with first 51 question number. A compound with molecular formula C6, okay, C6H11 has two tertiary carbon atoms. Okay, then what is its IUPAC name? It is being asked. So just what you do, so you write the structure like this, skeletal structure. It has to be 6 carbon atoms totally. So therefore, let us make it like this. So if you do this skeletal structure, then what you will be saying, this is tertiary, this is also tertiary. So therefore, what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, 1, 2, 3 dimethyl butane. So therefore, your option is 2, 3 dimethyl butane is the right option. Okay. And next, let us move on to the next question. Given below are two statements are there. Statement 1 is both hexamine cobalt plus 3 complex and hexafluorido cobaltate plus minus 3 complexes are octahedral but differ in their magnetic behavior. Okay, so that is the first statement, and second statement is that hexamine cobalt plus 3 is a diamagnetic, whereas hexafluorido cobalt minus 3 cobaltate is paramagnetic. Yes, so both the statement 1 and 2 are correct. So what is the reason for that? Both are octahedral, of course, and differ in their magnetic behavior because one is paramagnetic, another one is diamagnetic. Hexamine complex is diamagnetic because it is a strong ligand field, so therefore it will spin pair all the electrons present in the d subshell, and hence it is going to form inner orbital complex. Hence it is what? Diamagnetic. Whereas fluorine is weak ligand, so therefore it forms outer orbital complex, that is sp3d2 complex. So therefore it is going to form S unpaired electrons are present in the d subshell. So therefore it is paramagnetic. Both the statements are correct. Okay, so therefore your option 3, both statement 1 and 2 are true. Okay, so let us move on to the next question, that is match list 1 with 2, list 2. Okay, all right, so this is column 1, it is being given list 1. Okay, this is list 2, so you have to match both of these, right? So you should remember isothermal means carried at constant temperature, so therefore option A will match with 2. Isochoric means constant volume, so therefore it will match with 3. Isobaric means carried out at constant pressure, so therefore it will match with 4. And adiabatic, no heat exchange, it will match with 1. So therefore A to 2, B to 3, and C to 4, and D to 1. So this is your right option, and in the given question paper, it is the second option where you are going to find this answer. Okay, it is the second answer. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Okay, it is also matching question, matching type of question is there. All right, ethane molecule means what is that? CH3, CH3. Okay, next ethene is CH. Okay, CH2 double bond CH2, and last option is CH triple bond CH. Okay, and carbon molecule, it is said only carbon molecule means C double bond C, it is given triple bond, right? So this is what it is being given. By looking into all these three, we can make out. So one ethane is 1 sigma bond, so therefore your option, it is going to match with 3. Okay, ethene, it is going to match 1 sigma 2 pi bond, sorry, 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. That is your fourth option. And ethyne, we will match with 1 sigma and 2 pi bonds, that is 1. So therefore, this will be 2, right? So therefore, A2, 3, B2, 4, and C2, 2, and D2, 1. Okay. In your question paper, the option given is first option is there. Okay, please go through that. Then next is it is question on chemical kinetics, in which plot of ln k versus 1 by t is consistent with Arrhenius equation. That is the question is given, and 4 graphs are given. Okay, the right one is second option. That graph is 1 by t. Here it is ln k. Okay, so you will be having, this is the nature of the graph. It is being given in your NCERT book, and this intercept is going to represent ln a, and your slope, okay, is equal to minus EA by R, it is going to represent. So therefore, the correct representation of Arrhenius equation is option 2. Okay, next, once again, match list is there, 1 and 2. So in the list, what it is being given, we will see. All right. So it is a match the following type of question where quantum numbers were given on one side and information provided is given on other side. So ML, MS, L and N is being given. So you know that ML is going to, it is a magnetic quantum number. It will tell about orientation of the orbital, whereas MS is going to talk about spin of the electrons, and L will talk about shape of the orbitals, and N will tell you the size of a given orbital. That number N is going to represent size of the orbital. Okay, so therefore we will mention it here only. Shape of the orbital, that is 1 is going to match with your azimuthal quantum number, and MS with 4, and size of the orbital, that is 2 here. Okay, and ML is your 3. So therefore A to 3, B to 4, okay, C to 1, and your right option in the given options is your fourth option is there. Okay, right. The next question is fifth question. The compound that will undergo SN1 reaction with the fastest rate is, okay, with the fastest rate, SN1 mechanism. So we know that SN1 mechanism means unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction is undergone by those haloalkanes, so which are having bulkier group as a substituent on the carbon atom, which is being bonded with the halo group. So therefore, in the given option, the right option is, so that is, which is being tertiary. It is given benzyl bromide, that is also there. This is again secondary. Apart from that, it is in conjugation with the benzene ring. So therefore, the foreign carbocation is being more stabilized by the conjugation, which is present after the departure of this group. Whatever the carbocation is generated, that can be stabilized by the movement of these pi electrons present in the benzene ring. Okay, so that is how it is going to stabilize. So therefore, your option is second option. Let us move on to the next question. Once again, match the following is there. All right, these are the reactions which are being given, and here the reagents are being mentioned. So when you look into the first one, okay, so what you have to do is by doing ozonolysis, okay, so we can break this bond and then we are going to get this, okay, it is called ozonolysis of alkene, and that can be done by what? Ozone, and followed by zinc hydrolysis we are going to do. So therefore, this is the fourth option, it is going to match. The next is Here it is benzene, and if you do Friedel-Crafts acetylation reaction, so then you will be ending with this product. So therefore it is first option. Okay. Then next is KMNO4 KOH, as it is forming benzoate. Okay. Potassium benzoate. So therefore your option will be third, and this will be chromic oxide. Right. So that is your second option we are going to match. Right. So therefore we will make out the list. A to 4, okay, B to 1, and C to 2, and D to 3. So this is how we are going to match the reagents with the reaction. Okay. So your option given in the question paper, right answer is first option is there. Okay. So let us move on to the next question. Once again, match the following is there. So that once again we will see. All right. So when you look into this ammonia, what you will be having? Okay. So actually there is one lone pair and 3 bond pairs are there. So therefore it will be having triagonal pyramidal geometry. So whereas next if you take a bromine pentafluoride, okay, so it will be having square, okay, right, and pyramidal one. Okay. These 4 positions are being occupied by fluorine. Similarly, in xenon tetrafluoride, okay, so even though it is having 2 non-bonding pairs on that, it is going to acquire square planar geometry, and sulfur hexafluoride, it is going to, okay, show the geometry, octahedral geometry. So therefore option it is 3, and this is 2, okay, square pyramidal, okay, it is 4 and 1. Okay. So therefore A corresponds to 1, B corresponds to 4, C corresponds to 2, and D corresponds to 3. So the right option given in the question paper is third option it is. Okay. All right. Let us move on to the next question. In which of the following processes entropy increases? Entropy means measure of disorderness. So in which of the following processes the entropy is going to increase, that is being asked. Option A is a liquid evaporates to vapor. Of course, liquid to vapor it is converting means liquid to gaseous state, where what happens? Randomness increases, okay, in the vapor form and compared to liquid. So therefore it is increasing. Right. Second option is temperature of the crystalline solid is lowered from 130 Kelvin to 0 Kelvin. We know that at 0 Kelvin, entropy also becomes 0. That we call it as what? Absolute entropy. So that is being said in the third line. And C is given as 2 moles of sodium bicarbonate solid decomposes to give sodium carbonate solid plus CO2 gas plus H2O gas. So therefore, solid is converting into 2 or giving 2 moles of solid is giving 2 moles of gaseous product. So therefore, here also entropy is going to increase. And the third of fourth one is D. Cl2 decomposes to give Cl minus ions. Okay, gaseous ions are there. So therefore, 1 mole decomposes to give 2 moles, irrespective of the nature of the atom or ion which is being produced. It is going to depend upon the number. As it increases, disorderness also increases. So in the answer, it is being given as first option, that is A, C, D. So all the 3 cases where it is going to, where entropy is going to increase, right? Then next 62 question number. Felling solution A is aqueous copper sulfate. Okay. So even they have given alkaline solution of sodium, potassium tartrate, Rachel salt, what we call. Actually, it is Felling solution B. So therefore, your option is aqueous copper sulfate. It is third option given in the question paper, that is 62 question number, right? Let us move on to the next question, that is 63rd question, right? Question number 63, which of the following alcohols react instantaneously with Lucas reagent? Okay, we know that tertiary alcohols are going to react rapidly with the Lucas reagent to give the precipitate. Okay, so therefore, in the given option, the tertiary alcohol, okay, CH3, CH3, tertiary butyl alcohol is given as the second option, and it is the right option you can take, right? Next, for a given reaction, 2A, okay, 2A decomposes to give B plus C, all right? And equilibrium constant for this is given 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. And at a given time, the composition of reaction mixture A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to what you will be having 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles. Okay. Then he is asking which of the following is the correct. Okay. The first option given is reaction has tendency to go in backward direction. Reaction has tendency to completion in forward direction. And third option is reaction is at equilibrium. And fourth option is reaction has tendency to go in forward direction. Okay, right? So we will see which is the correct option, right? So we know that Kc is equal to, for this reaction, how we can write? Molar concentration of B into molar concentration of C divided by molar concentration of A raised to the power 2. All right. So now you substitute the value 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, which is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 raised to the power 2. So therefore, raised to the power 2 means what happens? These two will get cancelled and you will be getting 1. So therefore, 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the QC and this is your KC. So therefore, your QC is greater than KC. So therefore, the reaction, and QC is greater than KC, the reaction will move in the backward direction. You should remember that. The conditions I will tell you. QC, when it is less than KC, the reaction will be in the forward direction. QC, if it is equal to KC, so then at equilibrium. And QC, reaction coefficient, if it is greater than Kc, so then reaction will be in the backward direction. Okay. So therefore, your right option is 1. That is, reaction has tendency to go in the backward direction, right? Let us move on to the next question. All right. 1 gram of sodium hydroxide. Question number 65. 1 gram of sodium hydroxide, it is treated with 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl. Okay, solution. So the mass of the sodium hydroxide remaining or left unreacted. Okay. So how much it is being remaining? Mass of NaOH. Unreacted. That is the question. Okay. So we'll try to solve this one. Fine. So 1 gram, prior to going for converting this, how much it is, let me clear you that it is a monoacidic base and it is a monobasic acid. So therefore, always they react with 1 mole of NaOH corresponds to 1 mole of HCl. Okay, you should remember this. 1 mole means 40 grams of NaOH is equal to 36.5 grams of HCl. All right, we will keep it here only. Next movement, what is that? 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl corresponds to how many grams, that we will check. Okay, so we know that. So let us make this one. In this way, we have to make 36.5 grams in 1000 ml. It corresponds to 1 molar HCl. Fine. And 27 point, it comes around one third, means 0.75 mole, means you have to divide this by 0.75. Okay, and that comes out to be 27.375 grams. All right. Okay, in 1000 ml. Okay, but how many ml we are taking? We are taking just 25 ml. So therefore 25 ml corresponds to how many gram, means? So that will be how much? 27.375 into 25 divided by 1000. Okay, and this turns out to be 0.684 grams of HCl. Okay, so now we know that 36.5 gram of HCl is equal to 40 gram of NaOH, and 0.6845 corresponds to how much? Okay, 4 corresponds to gram of HCl corresponds to how much? So therefore 0.684 into 40 divided by 36.5. Right? It turns out to be 0.75 grams. Means if you add 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl, then 0.75 grams of NaOH is being consumed, right? So therefore, how much we are taking? 1 gram. In that, if you subtract this one, so what will be our answer? So if you subtract, you will be getting 250 milligram. Okay, and in your question paper, the option given is, all right, it is a D option, 250 milligram. It is D option given in your question. Okay, next 66th question. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding is present in, okay, the option given are, all right, intramolecular means within the molecule if hydrogen bonding is going to form, so then it is called intramolecular. So therefore here the NO2 group is far away from OH group, so therefore there is no possibility. And here HF, it is a diatomic molecule, so therefore intramolecular it is not possible. So when you look into these two, again it is in para position hydroxy group with respect to nitro group, so therefore here also it is not possible. But these two are ortho to each other with respect to each other. So therefore here we are going to find a profound hydrogen bonding in this case. So therefore your option is 3. Okay, so let us move on to the next question. Spin only magnetic moment is same for which of the following it is being given? Right. Okay, the option given are A, titanium plus 3, then B, chromium plus 2, okay, C, it is given manganese plus 2, and D, it is given as Fe plus 2, and E is given as scandium plus 3. All right. Okay, so titanium, it is a second element with the atomic number 22, so therefore it will be having 3d2 4s2 configuration. Chromium 3d5 4s2, okay, then 3d5 4s1 it is, and 3d5 4s2, and here it is 3d6 4s1, sorry, s2, and scandium is 3d1 4s2. Okay, so here it is plus 3, means all the 3 electrons are being removed from the valence shell, and here it is +2, means these two electrons are removed. So therefore your valence shell contains 3d6, means how it will be arranged. So you will be having like this. Okay, means 4 unpaired electrons are there. Similarly, you look into chromium also. 2 electrons if you remove. One is from S, another from D. You will be having 3d4 configuration. So therefore, all the 4 will be present as unpaired electrons. 4 unpaired electrons you will find. So therefore, your option should contain B and D. And your option given is B and C only, A and D only, B and D only, A and E only, and your option is third option, that is B and D only. Okay, so that is how you have to identify. Let us move on to the next question. Okay, the reagent with which glucose does not react to give corresponding tests or products. The first one is Stalin's reagent, Skipp's reagent, and third option is HCN. And fourth, they have given ammonium hydroxylamine, and fifth is sodium bisulfite is given. So among these four, so actually the glucose will not give test for Skipp's reagent, and it won't react with sodium bisulfite. And these two reactions are given by the aldehyde group. Okay, so when it is free aldehyde group, but actually in the glucose, what happens? Ring it is going to form between with the combining with hydroxyl group on the carbon number 5. So therefore, Skipp's reagent and sodium bisulfite are exclusively given by what? Aldehyde group, and that aldehyde group, as it is involving in the ring in glucose, so therefore it is, these two tests are not being given by the glucose, and it is the evidence for the ring structure, you should remember. So therefore your option is first option is the right option, that is B and E. B is your Skipp's reagent and E is your sodium bisulfite, right? Okay. The next is identify the correct reagent that would bring about the following transformation. It is given. What is the transformation? Let us see that one. We are converting alkene into aldehyde group. All right. Okay. So what type of reagent we have to use? Fine. Then is first thing is we have to go for hydroboration. Okay. So by using boron trihydride. So then what happens? This is going to follow anti-Marconius rule. Okay. For H2O2 you take. So therefore your product initially what we are going to get? CS2, CH, CS2, OH we will get. Okay. Then followed by, if you use PCC, one is this one, second one is this, third one is PCC if you use. Okay. Pyridine, HCl and chromic oxide. All these three are going to mixture if you use. So then what happens? Selectively it is going to oxidize alcohol to aldehyde only. Okay, it will not further allow oxidation to leading to the formation of the carboxylic acid. So your options given are, the first option is, in that three reagents are given: boron trihydrate, hydrogen peroxide in alkaline medium, and alkaline KMnO4 is given. So it also seems to be, or it may tempt you to go with this option, but the problem is KMnO4 can lead to what? It may lead to further oxidation of this, leading to the formation of the carboxylic acid. But if you want to stop at aldehyde only, so then you have to use the other option that I will read out. So that is boron hydride, H2O2 in alkaline medium, and PCC. That is your fourth option. It is given in the book. So these three options, fourth, right? All right. Next, we will move on to the next question. So activation energy of any chemical reaction can be calculated if one knows the values of, it is given, Orientation of the reactant molecules during collision. First option it is rate constant at two different temperatures, rate constant at standard temperature, probability of collision. Okay. So if you want to calculate energy of activation, the formula is ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA by R into 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Okay. So therefore, you have to know the rate constant of the reaction at two different temperatures. So therefore, your right option is second option, rate constant at two different temperatures we call, right? Right. The next question is 71 question number. Arrange the following elements in the increasing order of their first ionization enthalpy. The question you should be very clear. Beryllium, boron, carbon and nitrogen. These are the second period elements are there. So how it is going to vary? First ionization enthalpy. So one thing you should know, the trend of the size in the second row elements, the size always goes on increases from left to right when you move in the period. So therefore, as it moves from left to right, when we move, the size decreases, means ionization enthalpy goes on increases. And they were asking about increasing order. Lowest will be with what? Lithium. Okay. So lithium followed by beryllium, followed by boron, followed by carbon, then it will be nitrogen. Okay. There is no fluctuation or any exceptions here. So therefore, it is given third option. All right. Let us move on to the next question. Among group 16, which one does not show -2 oxidation state? Okay, any group if it is given 16, 15, okay, or 17. Generally, in the given option, which is the last element of, okay, in that particular group, so that element will be your option. Like that, you have to choose. Here it is given tellurium, it is given first option, second is polonium, it is given oxygen and selenium is given. So therefore, obviously your option will be polonium, which is not going to, it is a metal and radioactive element and it never shows the -2 oxidation state. So therefore, your option will be polonium. Okay. So let us move on to the next question. Which one of the reaction is not a redox reaction? It is being given. So just I will write the options. Just try to identify this one. To give 2HCl, right? The second option is barium chloride plus sodium sulfate to give barium sulfate plus 2 moles of NaCl. Third option is Zn plus, sorry, CuSO4 to give Zn plus 2 ZnSO4 plus Cu. Fourth option is 2KClO4 3 plus I2 to give 2KiO3 plus Cl2. A very simple way of getting the answer for this question is what is being asked. Which one of the following is a reaction is not a redox reaction? It is being asked. So therefore, you look into the oxidation state of this. So here it is 0, 0, plus 1, minus 1. So therefore, there is a change in oxidation number on both the side. So therefore, it is a redox reaction. Okay. So you see here it is plus 2, right? And here also it is plus 2. Here it is plus 1. Here it is also plus 1. Means there is no change in the oxidation state of the any of the reactant. Okay. Only there is an exchange of the counter ion is being taken place in this case. So therefore, your right option is 2. And look into other two option also. So here zinc is 0 and it becomes plus 2. Here it is plus 2 and it becomes 0. So therefore, there is a change in oxidation state of both the reactants. So here also you can see, here it is -1 and it turns out to be 0 here. Here it is 0 and it becomes -1. So therefore, the right option is second option. Fine. So let us move on to the next question. 74th question. In which of the following equilibria Kp and Kc are not equal? Kp and Kc will be equal. Okay. When delta n, number of products minus number of reactants, if it becomes equal to 0, so then your Kp will be equal to Kc. Okay, so you should identify the right option, that is CO gas combines with H2O gas to give CO2 plus H2 gas, means 2 moles of reactants, 2 moles of product, right? It is also what? Kp is equal to Kc. The question is, which one of the following equilibria where Kp is not equal to Kc, that is being asked. Okay, so therefore 2 moles of reactant, 2 moles of product, so therefore it is Kp is equal to Kc. Then 2 moles of BrCl are going to decompose to give 2 moles of 1 mole of Br2, 1 mole of Cl2. So therefore the second option is also what? Kp is equal to Kc. The third option is PCl5 decomposes to give PCl3 plus Cl2. See here, 1 mole of gaseous reactant gives 2 moles of gaseous product. So therefore, Np minus N1 is greater than what? Np minus Nr is greater than 0. So therefore, your Kp will be not equal to Kc in this particular case. So therefore, your option is third option you have to choose. Okay. So let us move on to the next. Henry law constant Kh value of 3 gases are being given. Okay. All right. So one thing you should remember, the solubility of the gas is always, it is inversely proportional to what? The Kh value, Henry's constant. So therefore, the highest value is this one. So therefore, it will be having least solubility and followed by this and this. So the question is that the solubility of these gases in water is in the following order it is being given. Okay. So highest will be where T is having highest solubility, then followed by A, then followed by C, then followed by A, and this option is the fourth option in your question paper. Okay, so B, C, and A. So here again assertion type of question is there. Given below, two statements are there. Boiling points of 3 isomeric pentanes follow in the order. One is normal pentane is there, second one is isopentane, and third one is neopentane. Okay, so in all the three cases, how it used to be, N pentane means C, 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 like this it will be. Iso means C, 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 like this it will be. And neo means C. Okay, so this is how it used to be. So therefore, what happens? It is in the order of N pentane is having highest boiling point, followed by isopentane, then neopentane, because straight chain compounds are having larger surface area, so therefore they interact more. Dipole-dipole interaction will be there, so therefore boiling points will be higher for what? Open chain structures, or what we call not open chain, straight chain compounds, right? Then compared to the branched one. So statement 2, what they have given, when branching increases, the molecule attains a shape of sphere. This results in smaller surface area for contact, due to which the intermolecular forces between the spherical molecules are weak, thereby lowering the boiling point. It is given. Yes, of course, it is true, right? So therefore, the sequence of okay. increase in the boiling point is also, decrease in the boiling point is also like this. It is also correct, right? Both the statements are correct. So therefore your option is third option, statement 1 and 2 both are correct, right? Let us move on to the next. Once again, the same type of question is there. Question number 77. All right. Given below are two statements are there. Statement 1 is aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. And statement 2 is aniline cannot be prepared through Gabriel phthalimide synthesis, whatever you find. Okay. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct option, what it is being given, right? So you should remember that aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation. What is the reason for that? So in the aniline, it is going to act as, okay, Lewis base due to the presence of non-bonding pair. And Friedel-Crafts alkylation, if you want to do, so then we are going to use Lewis base acid as the catalyst. So therefore this catalyst, what happens, it will get entangled with this. So therefore further there is no reaction at all. So therefore it will not undergo. And the second one is cannot be prepared by Gabriel synthesis involves what? Nucleophilic substitution. And nucleophilic substitution generally these compounds will not undergo. So therefore you take haloarine. Haloarine will not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction as good as your haloalkanes. So therefore Gabriel's method, we cannot prepare this one. So both the statements are correct. So therefore your option is third option. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, right? Let us move on to the next question. The highest number of helium atoms is in, the first option given is 4 gram of helium. The second one is 2.271098 liters of helium at STP. The third option is 4 mole helium. And fourth option is 4 unit of helium. Okay. So let us look into this very carefully. 4 gram of helium means how much it is? 1 mole. Okay. So therefore it is not the right option. 2.271. So we know that 22.7 liter corresponds to 1 mole of the gas. It is less than that. Okay. So it is 0.1 mole. So therefore 4 unit of again helium means again it corresponds to 1 mole. So therefore your right option is 4 moles of helium. Okay. So we'll be having highest number of helium atoms. Fine. So let us move on to the 79th question. Arrange the following elements in the order of increasing order of their electronegativity. So elements given are nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, then followed by carbon, silicon. It is being given. Now we know that highest electronegative element is this one, followed by oxygen, then nitrogen, then followed by carbon, then it is silicon. So therefore we will start with like this. So they have said increasing order means you try to write like this. Okay, nitrogen, then carbon, then silicon. So your right option is third option in the question paper, right? So let us move on to the next. The most stable carbocation among the following is. Okay, so these are the 4 options are given. Which among the following is most stable carbocation, it is being asked. So therefore you should look into this. We know the sequence. Tertiary carbocation, tertiary alkyl carbocation is more stable than compared to secondary, followed by primary. Okay. So among these, let us try to identify which is tertiary carbocation. If it is there, so then it will be the right option. So therefore, the first one is what you will be finding. It is primary. Okay. So second one you see here, 1, 2, 3. So therefore it is tertiary. Here it is secondary. Here once again it is also secondary. So therefore your right option will be what? Tertiary carbocation. That is second option is the right option. Fine. So once again statements are given. Just let us look into this. The boiling points of hydrides of group 16. Okay. So follows the following order. Now, statement 2 is on the basis of molecular mass, H2O is expected to have lower boiling point than other members of the group, but due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding, water it has higher boiling point. It is true. You should remember this. One thing is usually any compounds boiling point it is being decided by molar mass also. Okay, as the molar mass increases, they will be having more boiling point or higher boiling point, we can say. But even though in the group of these compounds, this is the lightest hydride, and we expect this to be what? Yes, should have lowest boiling point, but it is having highest boiling point. What is the reason for that? So the reason is that it is going to show profound hydrogen bonding, and rest sequence again it follows the regular trend based on the mass. Okay, atomic mass. Tellurium followed by selenium, then sulfur. Okay, so therefore both the statements 1 and 2 are true. Okay, so let us move on to the next question, number 82. So it is again on coordination chemistry. Right. All right. So your complexes are given here. It is isomerism is given. You should look into this. The first one is here. This NO2 is ambidendate ligand, and it can link with the central metal ion either by using non-bonding pair on the oxygen atom or nitrogen atom. So therefore, we call it as what? It is a linkage isomerism. Okay, second option. And here you can see this ionization. Okay, so one time sulfate will be outside, and other time what happens? Bromine will be outside. So therefore, it is ionization. Third option. And here it is what? Coordination isomerism. Cyanide can coordinate with this, and amine can coordinate with this. So therefore, it is coordination isomerism. And last one is your solvate or hydrate isomerism, what we call. So therefore, A to 2, B to 3, C to 4, and D to 1. And the right option given in the book, question paper is that third option it is. Okay, A to 2, B to 3, C to 4, and D to 1. All right. Okay, on heating, question number, I think it is 83. On heating, some solid substance change from solid to vapor phase or vapor state without passing through liquid state. The technique used for the purification of such solid substance based, okay, on the above principle is known as, okay, distillation, chromatography, crystallization, sublimation. Directly any compound, if it converts from solid state to the gaseous state, then we call it as what? Sublimation. So therefore the method is referred as sublimation. Your option is D option. Fine. So let us move on to the next question. Question number 84. The E naught value for Mn plus 2, Mn plus 3 to Mn plus 2. Okay. Couple is more positive. Right. Then compare to Cr plus 3 to Cr plus 2. Okay. Or you can take Fe plus 3 to Fe plus 2. So what is the reason for that? They are asking. Okay. So it is very simple. Just it is based on electronic configuration. We can confirm. All right. If I take, say, for example, manganese, it is having 3D5 4s2 configuration. All right. So now, when it is in plus 3 oxidation state, you will be having 3D4 4s2. And we know that, okay, so half-filled orbital is said to be more stable. So therefore, it has tendency to take up the one electron to make it d subshell half-filled and attain extra stability. Means because of that reason, it will be always more positive than compared to other two. So therefore, it is given first option is D4 to D5 configuration. This is because of what? Change in configuration from D4 to D5, D3 to D5, D5 to D4, D5 to D2, like that it is being given. And your option is it is changing from D4 to D5 and it converts from Mn plus 3 to Mn plus 2. Okay. So let us move on to the next question. Again, it is a match the following type of question. It is there. And in the list, they have given conversion. And another side is list 2 contains number of Faradays. So therefore, option 2 corresponds to A. Then 1 mole of MnSO4, MnO4, here it is plus 7 and it is converting into plus 2. So therefore, number of electrons required will be what? 5 moles. Our total charge corresponding to 5 Faraday we have to pass. So therefore, it is fourth one. And next is 1.5 moles. Okay. 1 mole of Ca plus 2 requires 2 moles of 2 Faradays of the charge because each calcium needs 2 moles of electrons. 1 mole needs 2 moles of electrons. So therefore 2 Faraday. So when it is 1.5 means what happens? It will be 3 Faraday. So therefore it is corresponding to 1. And lastly FeO, here it is plus 2 and it is turning into Fe plus 3. So therefore 1 electron difference is there between these two. So therefore 1 Faraday, it corresponds to 3. Your right option is A to 2, B to 4, C to 1, D to 3. And in your question paper, it is third option it is being given, right? Let us move on to the next question. The products A and B obtained in the following reactions respectively are. The reaction is 86 question number. 3 moles of ROH plus PCl3 gives 2 moles of 3 moles of RCl plus A product it will give. Similarly, ROH plus PCl5 gives 1 mole of RCl plus B product. What are A and B is asking. Okay, it is very interesting. POCl3 we are going to get as B and S3PO4 as your A. So therefore your options, okay, the right option it is given in the book is question paper is H3PO4 and POCl3. So that is the first option. Okay, this is your A and this is your B. Rate of the reaction quadrupoles means K1 was found to be 1 if you expect. So your K2 quadrupoles means 4 times it is increasing. When you change the temperature T1, that is 27 degrees Celsius to T2, 57 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius Kelvin. And here it is 330 Kelvin. Okay. So now these two are given and they are asking you to calculate energy of activation. Let us do this one. Ln K2 by K1 is equal to, instead of ln you can write log also. Okay, we will take this 2.303 log K2 by K1 is equal to EA by R, okay, into 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Already they were asking answer in terms of what? Kilojoules, all right? And also they have given the log 4 value it is being given. So we will use it, that one. 2.303 log K2 is 4, K1 is 1, EA is, we are supposed to calculate 8.314, K1 divided by 300 minus 1 divided by 330 Kelvin. All right. Okay. So when you simplify this, okay, your answer comes out to be into 10 to the power 4 you will be getting. So therefore, if you shift one digit, you will be having 380.4 into 10 to the power 3 joules, joule per mole. But we want to express that in terms of kilojoules. You just neglect that one. You will be having 380.4 kilojoules per mole. That is your D option in your question paper, right? So let us move on to the next. Given below are certain cations are there. Using inorganic qualitative analysis, arrange them in the increasing group number from 0 to 6, like that it is being given. Okay, it is from your practical side of your NEET syllabus. Qualitative analysis. In qualitative analysis, we are going to make groups based on the how they are going to react with a particular type of reagent. All right. So group 1 elements means what? Group 1 elements, we are, ions are radicals, what we call basic radicals. So all those radicals which in presence of dilute HCl, okay. So if they react or if they get precipitated, so then they are called as group 1 radicals. And your example is Ag plus 2 and Pb plus 2, and both are not here. So leave it that one. So let us move on to the group 2. So in presence of, okay, dilute HCl, if you pass hydrogen sulfide gas, if any metal it is going to precipitate, so that we call it as what? Group 2 basic radical we call. And group 2 basic radical is found to be in the given option is your copper is group 2 element. Fine. Then next is group 3 elements are those, okay, which will get precipitated upon addition of ammonium hydroxide in presence of ammonium chloride. Okay. So therefore, the group 3 element is your aluminium, which is going to precipitate. Fine. Then the fourth one is H2S. If you pass in ammonium hydroxide, if it gets precipitated, that we call it as what? Group 4 element. And your group 4 element in the given option is your cobalt. Okay. And then which upon addition of ammonium carbonate in ammonium hydroxide, if it gets precipitated, then we call it as what? Group 5 element. And that group 5 element in the given option is your barium. Okay. So then last left out is your magnesium, and it belongs to group 6 and it has no reactivity. Fine. So therefore, if you want to arrange them in the increasing group number, it is being asked in plus 2. So this is the right sequence, and the given option is B, A, then D, okay, after D, C, then what? E. And this option was found to be third option in your question paper, right? The plot of osmotic pressure, okay. The plot of osmotic pressure, that is pi versus concentration, okay. Um, concentration mole per liter it is given. Okay. Then for a solution gives a straight line. Okay. With the slope is 25.73. Okay. Liter bar per mole. What is this? Slope is given. When you plot a graph, pi versus concentration, you will get the straight line and slope will be what? This is the value of the slope. So then he asks the temperature at which the osmotic pressure measurement is done. What is the temperature he is asking? By looking into these values, we can calculate. And okay, so they have given the R value 0.083 liter bar per mole per Kelvin. Okay, so let us calculate this one. We know that pi by C means osmotic pressure versus concentration is equal to R into T. R is already known. T we are expected to calculate. Okay, and its value is being given. Pi by C is given, that is your slope, which is going to indicate 25.73. So therefore R value what is already given 0.83. Okay, liter bar per mole per Kelvin, and here it is liter bar per mole. It is per mole, bar, liter, all these will get cancelled. Your unit remains per Kelvin. If you take onto the top, it will be Kelvin, and your temperature comes around what you get. So that will be in Kelvin, and that you have to convert into what 37 means. You will be getting 310 Kelvin as your answer, and that you have. But the options are given in degree Celsius, so therefore you convert that into what degree Celsius. So therefore temperature is equal to how much? 37 degrees Celsius. The next question is the work done in reversible isothermal expansion, okay, of 1 mole of hydrogen gas at 25 degrees Celsius from pressure 20 atmosphere to 10 atmosphere is, and your R value is given. R is equal to 2 calorie per Kelvin per mole. All right. So work done in isothermal expansion, we know that expansion it is, so therefore minus 2.303 into RT log P1 by P2. If volumes are given, then V2 by V1 it is, otherwise it is P1 by P2. So you substitute this minus 2.303 into 2.0 into your temperature, how much it is being given? 25 degrees Celsius. T is equal to 25 degrees Celsius. So that is your 298 Kelvin. So therefore that also substitute. And log turns out to be 20 divided by 10. So therefore it is log 2. Already value it is being given. So you substitute this 2.303 into 2.0 into 298 into 0.301. So if you simplify this, then your answer will be minus 413.414 calories. And that option given in your question paper is D option. Okay. All right. We will move on to the next question. A compound X contains 32% of A, then 20% of B and remaining C, he is going to say. So remaining means how much it will be per 100? It will be 48 grams. Okay. So now what he is asking, what is the empirical formula for this? Empirical formula for X. Okay. And he has given the atomic masses of A as 64, B as 40, and C is it is 32 units. Okay. Then he is asking empirical formula. Always remember, whenever it is asked empirical formula, first what you have to do, you have to check the mass. Okay. Molar mass, how much it corresponds to, and then we will make out the empirical formula as follows. See here, A unit corresponds to 1 mole, 32 corresponds to how many? Unit corresponds to how many moles? So therefore 32, 64. So what you will be getting? It corresponds to 32 by 64. 64, it comes around 0.5 moles it will be. Okay, 0.5 mole. Similarly, B is, it is 20 by 40. So once again, it is also 0.5 moles. Similarly, C comes out to be 32 divided by 48. Okay. Sorry, 48 divided by 32. Right? It comes around 1.5. So therefore, if you take whole number ratio, okay, A, B, C is what? In comparison with B, this is 3 times. Okay, both are same, 1:1, and it is 3 times greater than that. So therefore, your empirical formula will be A, B, C3, and your option given in the question paper is fourth option. Okay. So during the preparation of more salt, ferrous ammonium sulfate, which of the following acid more salt solution when you are preparing for quantitative estimation? So which of the following acid is added to prevent hydrolysis of Fe+2 ions? And that acid we are going to use is concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, your option is fourth option, that is concentrated sulfuric acid. Fine. D, fourth option it is actually. Right? Fine. So let us move on to the next question. A pair of lanthanide ion which are diamagnetic in nature. Okay. So different ions are given. Your right option is cerium plus 4. Okay, it is a third option. Right? And ytterbium plus 2. Why? Cerium is having 4F1, 3D1, sorry, 5D1, 6S2 as the configuration. So now when all the 4 electrons are removed from the valence shell, it will be having inner core configuration. So therefore, it will be diamagnetic. Similarly, here what happens? It is having 4F14, 6S2 as the configuration. Okay. So now if you remove these 2 electrons, you will be having fully filled electronic configuration. So therefore, it is also diamagnetic. In the given option, that is third option, okay, is the right option. Then given below are 2 statements are there. So that is cobalt. Okay. So NH3 6 times raised to the power 3 plus. It is an homoleptic complex. Okay. Whereas cobalt NH3 taken thrice 4 times Cl2, okay, plus 1. It is heteroleptic complex. It is homoleptic. is heteroleptic. Okay, so that is what is the statement. Fine. Second statement, what he has given. Okay, complex hexamine cobalt is having only one type of ligand, and this complex is having two types of ligand. What it is being given, and he is asking what about the statements, both are either correct or which is wrong. See, homoleptic means in the complex, if the central metal atom is bonded with only one type of ligands, then it is called homoleptic. And if it is bonded with two or more different ligands, then it is called heteroleptic. So therefore, your statement is first statement as well as second statement is true. So therefore, statement third option is the statement 1 and 2 both are true. Okay. So the next question, what is a major product they are asking? All right, here what happens? So these two bonds will cleave and they simultaneously these both the molecules are going to oxidize and you will be getting the product as what? This as the product. 2 moles of this we are going to get and your option is fourth option in the question paper, right? Question number 98. OH. Here it is CS3 plus PbR3. So you will be getting a product, okay, as the major, and A when upon treating with alcoholic KOH, what will be the your product B is asking as a major product. Here it is major and here also major product. All right. So first when you treat with this phosphorus tribromide, what you will be getting? Nucleophilic substitution will occur at this point and you will be getting bromocyclohexane as the product. Okay, so therefore your A product is BrCS3. Then this upon treating with alcoholic KOH, right? Alcoholic KOH means it undergoes elimination reaction, beta elimination. You see here, according to Jetsow rule, what you will be finding, it has got with two different options as alpha hydrogen atom, sorry, beta hydrogen atoms. Two different types of beta hydrogens are there, and which it will prefer according to Jetsow rule. So, which is being more substituted with the carbon, that hydrogen which is being taken up. So, which is present on the more substituted one, right? So, therefore, your product will be second product will be CH3 like this. Okay. First product and second product, your right option is third option. So that is A is equal to Br and B is equal to CS3. Okay. So this is how you have to identify the products. Fine. So next is question number 99. Okay. The major products C formed in the following reaction. Let us see the reaction. CH3, CS2, CS2I. Sodium cyanide is used. Then you will get the product A. And this product on in presence of alkali, partial hydrolysis, complete we are not doing, partial hydrolysis. So then you will be getting B, and in presence of NaOH and Br2, you will be getting C as the major product. And what is that C you have to identify. Now you see here, first what happens. So you will be getting A as CS2, CS2, Cn. And if you subject this for partial hydrolysis, you will be getting CH3, CS2, CS2, CONS2. And this, when you treat with NaOH and Br2, it undergoes Hoffman bromamide degradation. Hoffman bromamide degradation, and which will be always less with one carbon than compared to the parent one. So therefore CH3, CH2, CH2, NS2. Propylamine is your product. And your right option is third option it is being given. Mass of the copper deposited by passing 9.6487 amps of current, 3 voltmeter containing copper sulfate solution. Okay, this is your I, and time t is equal to 100 seconds, right? And they have given, okay, what they have given, molecular weight of copper is 63 grams per mole. All right. Okay. So the very way, and 1 Faraday is equal to 96487, it is being given. Okay. That only you have to take. Otherwise, 96500 you have to take. So that is your coulombs. All right. The first thing is we have to find the Q. Okay. Charge in terms of coulombs. So therefore, Q is equal to I into T. So that is 9.6487 into 100. Into 100 means 2 digit it will shift. 964.87 coulombs will be the charge Q. We know that when 1 Faraday, okay, corresponds to half mole of the copper. Why? Because 1 mole of copper to reduce to copper solid. Okay, how many electrons we need? 2 moles of electrons. 2 moles of electron means 2 Faraday we need. But when you pass 1 Faraday, how much you will be getting? Half mole of the copper. So therefore, 63 divided by 2 means it turns out to be 31.5 grams. Fine. So therefore, 1 Faraday of current corresponds to 31.5 gram of copper. Now, 1 Faraday, that what we will write? 1 Faraday, instead of that we will write 96487 coulombs corresponds to 31.5 grams of copper. So therefore, 964.87 coulomb corresponds to how much? That is a question mark. So therefore, 9648 into 31.5 divided by 96487. You shift the 2 digits here, that turns out to be 10 to the power minus 2. You cancel both and you multiply this. So therefore, 2 digit you shift here. So therefore, it comes out to be 315. Okay, grams of copper is going to deposit. Your option is fourth option in the question paper. Okay, I hope by this your solution to the NEET chemistry question is completed. Please go through the answers, right? And please don't forget to subscribe our channel, and please pass on to your friends. Okay, that more students should get benefited from this. Thank you for watching.